Alright. Hello, everybody. Doing some more Vesperia today. Hopefully we can get through, I feel like we are actually going to be able to get through a pretty good chunk today. There's some pretty quick, I think we're going to have a lot happen in this one. As far as, like, the actual honest-to-God plot of the game is concerned. You might be asking yourself, Jens, what is that? What is the honest-to-God plot of this game? And you know, that's a good question. But yeah, let me know. I went ahead and readjusted some audio today. So please let me know if the audio is a little too quiet or too loud. I can adjust it again. But according to my tests, everything came out right. Anyway, last time, we realized we don't have enough information, and kind of got an ultimatum from Pharaoh to fix your shit. So we're going to try to find the Krityan city of Miorzo. Miorzo. And it doesn't recognize my... That is the most annoying thing in the world, ain't it? You know, it takes controller inputs up until the point where you do that. That's... what a pain. What a pain. I'm not cutting that. I feel like the third time it does that, that's a feature now. But yeah, hello everybody. As mentioned, we are jumping in on more Vesperia here. We are looking for the Krityan city of Miorzo. And I think we found it around here. Oh, hopefully I still have that skit in the air.
Wow, that looks surprisingly good on you, old man.
I'm surprised you're surprised. Of course it looks great.
Yeah, that sort of messy look suits you pretty well.
Well, I didn't expect a naive young lady like yourself to understand an adult's subtle grace.
Why would I want to understand that?
So that's an adult subtle grace, huh? I feel like it's boosting your natural sketchiness more and more.
Oh, that I understand.
No.
Did I change suits? I might have changed suits. I did. Haha. But yeah, no, we've got a number of plot things that will hopefully begin once we visit this jellyfish. We are going to visit a visit a jellyfish? The audio is reading wrong. What do you mean by that? Like, am I audible or not audible, or is there some sort of... Apologies while I attempt to resolve what this is. No, everything looks good. I'm here. Game audio sounds right. Whatever. Anyway, welcome to Jellyfish.
Man, this is amazing! Hey, look!
They're all Krityans.
Yeah, we're in their city.
Are they welcoming us?
Now this is a surprise. These visitors really are from the outside. Well, well. So it was you who called on Myorzo.
And what is this? How strange. What curious ornaments you wear.
You're wearing, like, cyber goggles and a hat?
Hey, it's not polite to stare, you know.
And a cat? Wow, cats.
How are such children as yourselves able to come here?
She's talking about you, Patty.
You too, Rita.
Is this monster an Entelekea, perhaps?
It's Baul. Have you forgotten him?
Oh, you're the one who descended to the Earth some years ago, right?
I believe Judith. Yes, Judith was your name. There was something you had to attend to, and...
Are you about finished? We would like to meet with the Elder.
I was going to explain your whole backstory, but...
Please feel free to do as you wish.
He may be out for a walk again, though.
Okay, so they're a bit weird.
That's actually called rude.
You're one to talk, Rita.
All Krityans are pretty much like that.
Nah, they're all just kind of weird.
Like what? Oh, easygoing, unafraid. We are dreamers and optimists, for better or worse.
The Krityans who live on the surface are like that too.
Living together with humans, the Krityans on the surface have lost some of their naivete.
So is the Elder like that too?
How should I put it? He's the perfect elder for weird people.
Sounds like quite a unique individual. I'm trying to be nice here.
This should be interesting.
I'm loving this. There, we just got our ropes. We just docked here at the dock.
The Krityans are different than I imagined.
Oh man, I totally agree.
What's so different?
You know, more like... I thought they'd be more like you, Judith.
Yeah, I'm seeing far less skin than I expected. I mean, come on!
So that's what the two of you were looking forward to?
How juvenile.
What are you looking at me for? I was talking about her personality.
Seriously, let's have some decency here.
Is it me, or are you a little disappointed too, Yuri?
I'd like to ask the same thing, Yuri.
It's you.
Ah, man.
I'm glad I've got Judith's outfit. This is a really good hat. Alright, we got... a barrier! Yeah, let's just steal that shit. Is that literally a barrier, Blastia? Like a fake barrier, Blastia? Alright.
You used to live in Myorzo, Judy?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
What sort of kid were you?
A little shy and overindulged, maybe?
A little shy.
That's hard to picture.
It is beyond imagining, isn't it?
Everyone told me I was a strange child.
Yes, I can see that. A child being called strange by strange people.
She must have been Judy-like since she was little.
I'd like to ask you all exactly what that means to each of you.
Welcome to the most boring city on Earth. Well,
I never would have imagined there'd be a city in a place like this.
not actually on Earth.
There's so many types of Blastia I've never seen before.
Looks like the Krityans really were the ones who created Blastia in the first place.
Yes, seeing all this Blastia makes it very easy to believe that.
It sure would be nice if we happened upon a way to do something about your power, Mrs. Stell.
Really, that would be nice, but...
It's not working.
It doesn't have a core. It's just the body.
This city has stopped using Blastia. What you see here is what everyone threw out long ago.
Why would they do that?
Because that was the path we chose.
Oh! Hello!
It's been a long time, Elder.
I am the Elder. Sorry, I'm saying he has a good Elder voice. That's exactly what I imagine an Elder to sound like.
So you were the cause of all this commotion outside.
It's just Duke again.
Return to us.
That'd be a little silly if just Duke shows up around a corner.
These children are humans who are traveling with me.
This is Blastia, is it not?
Yes, it's my Bodhi Blastia that I use.
I thought that Earth dwellers had stopped using Blastia, like us.
I thought every nation turned green when we did. Also, I haven't looked out a window in 2,000 years.
Do you not use the Blastia here because it uses a special formula too?
There are no normal or special types of Blastia. Blastia is made by crushing Apatheia and processing those pieces with technology to produce cores, and through the absorption of air.
Hold it. Cores are made from crushed Apatheia?
Indeed, that is what the stories say. It appears Apatheia was too powerful in its original form.
So somebody asked way earlier in one of the first streams I did if Bodhi Blastia was just X-spheres again, and the answer is kinda. It's more magicite, obviously, but you know.
Even without that power, it is a stone more valuable than any precious gem. This is why its power was restrained by breaking it into pieces and carving formulas into it, and thus its numbers were also increased. Our legends tell us that cores were always produced in this way.
It's a bit ironic, huh?
What a soothing Elder.
Yeah. The Apatheia that comes from Entelikeia, who hate Blastia, is necessary to make the very Blastia that they hate.
Maybe Pharaoh didn't tell us about Apatheia because he felt uncomfortable talking about it, you think?
Elder, there are many things I'd like to ask you about.
We're trying to find out what sort of role Blastia played in ancient times, and if Blastia ever brought disasters to this world, we'd like to know how they might have been stopped.
Yeah, so we're here looking for the plot. More specifically, we're looking for a way to resolve the problem that is Estelle's powers. She seems to be effectively a Blastia herself, and causes a lot of natural phenomenons, all those air cranias going wild. It's just sort of a problem. Like, obviously Estelle is not a problem, and even the usage of the powers a lot of the times isn't. But, you know.
Yorzo must still have some folklore, right? Perhaps you could tell us what you know.
Hey, can you give me some lore?
Very well. My home would be a better place to speak of such things. Please go inside and wait for me there.
Hey there, where are you going?
I was in the middle of my daily walk. I'll return to my house before too long.
Apatheia, Blastia, air disturbances, Entelikeia. It looks like everything's connected.
How many more fake words can I chain together?
We might even see more connections once he's told us the Krityan folklore.
There you go, Rita, thank you.
The Elder's house is the large building with a differently colored roof than all the others.
Gotcha.
Patty, we're leaving.
Oh yeah, I'm coming too.
Nothing stops the Wonder Chef, not even being on a jellyfish in the sky that's invisible. Sure. Thank you very much for the words. I hope you enjoy your skull, Squirrel Token. Thank you very much for this for subscribing. Why have I forgotten words today? What shape are the ears? I don't know. Under that hat, that could be anything. I don't see those antennas. Blastia were no good. Oh, hey, kid. What up? I like how we're not doing a purchase here. We're trading. Alright. So, we've got some new weapons. Super Chain 5 allows you to link altered and arcane arts. Which we haven't been using a lot of altered arts, but it's been annoying on the characters who have. Extra Combo 1. Ooh, high heal. Occasionally enter over limit 1 after healing 30,000 HP or more in one battle. Why do I have 4 tribal guards? I must have got these as drops. Anyway, we get Super Chain 5 on basically everybody. So let's go ahead and buy the Dark Crystal. And I think we can probably buy like plates for everybody. Oh, let's also stock up on food while I'm here. We can get some mushrooms. That is some base, let me tell you. Can I still only purchase? Okay. Alright, so I want 2 mithril plate, 2 mithril guard, 1 mithril cloak, 1 protector, 2 hats, 2 circlets, 1 hunting beret, and let's give everybody new stuff. Everybody gets mithril everything. Everybody. Can't wait to find 3 of these in the next chests. Yeah, whatever. Funnily enough, the only person you can't upgrade armor on. Well, 2 people, I suppose. Beret, mythical. And then, how's everybody doing on... Oh, you need a new weapon. Maybe a ruby wand. We have no use for any of these things. Chris the Maven. What? We have no need for beef. Wait, you're telling me I can synthesize a dog tail? Hold on. Okay, wing boots, which is... Oh, there's white hat, damn it. Oh, shit. What do I need? Ape man coat. But I can make dogtail. Hell yeah. It's only usable on Carol Patty Flynn. That's fine. Well, see, they don't have Krityan armor for sale because they're giving us the garbage they can't use. I love the white hat. I need to get myself this. I need 3 Ape Man coat. Those must be, and angry glasses, gloomy glasses, and then I think the other thing we can make is goofy glasses, which have, are those seriously only usable by Flynn? What? Yeah, Maven, of all things. What an odd... throw forward? I don't even know if that's a throw forward. Anyway, I want that white hat pretty badly. I mean, it's not spelled the same, so... Alright. Do I have anything in here that needs... I need something in here that needs, ape. The power of ape. Damn it. So I don't have anything that tells me where to get ape. That's annoying. Yeah, yes, it is definitely a word that exists. Rather than Maven, which is not Maven, not Maven. There's another letter in the word I'm saying. Blue Dragon, Ice Coffin... Chain Hellfire. High Sarugi Zephyrus. Wow, Zephyrus is just... What the hell? Zephyrus and Ares are the same weapon. Like, they have the exact same skills. How weird. Strength 3. Sure. Flamberge. I'm not gonna be making too much out of these because, like, I already have so many of these in my pocket. Let's take Grand Sept... Oh, heck. Material needs... I don't have that learned. Alright, I can't do that. I'm double checking for anybody getting special in here. Grimcardian... What's in step? Smash bow with TP attack, right? Oh, that's... Huh. Takemitsu Jizuchi, Flare, and Blast. Can make some of these, but... Hell's Kids Association. Ha! Okay, that's kind of funny. Alright. Anyway, let's continue talking to people around town. Can't believe crones just ate the city. Happens, you know. This is the inn-ish thing. Am I one stream behind on this? Yeah, there was one over the weekend, so... Kind of the downside of, like, me doing this super lengthy, RPG, like... It's me, you know, that person, you know, me. Alright, let's go talk to the elder. There we go.
Do you think we should really just go in?
He's the one who told us to wait for him here. I guess the Krityans really are different.
They don't seem to be in any great rush to get things done, that's for sure.
I know, they certainly are weird, aren't they?
Actually, you're kind of like that too, Judith.
That's funny, I don't see that at all.
Seems like Patty'd fit right in here too.
Might be nice to live here.
Please enjoy Rapide just sleeping under the desk? Or table? Like all the dolls just sort of in a pile.
Ah, there you are.
Welcome back.
I've kept you waiting. Now, please, step this way if you will.
Huh?
I have a PowerPoint prepared for you.
This is the very means by which the lore of Miorzo is passed on.
But, it's just a wall.
Raven, you must read the item description.
Judith, use the Nagig as you touch the wall, and repeat these words. City of dreams, veiled in mist, reality's extension.
City of dreams veiled in mist. Reality's extension?
What's happening?
Whoa. So the Nagik can do this kind of stuff too.
You know about the Nagig. Through its power and the secret phrase handed down, the wall's true form is revealed.
Oh, dear. Yeah, the Elder definitely has two different VAs. One who just sounds like, they got Duke to record another line or two. Oof.
This painting is kind of creepy.
Elder's gonna pull off the mask and be like, gotcha.
The Krityan, Stewards of Wisdom, founders of the mighty Garaios and ancient sages. Our misbegotten wisdom has sown only the seeds of ruin. The Blastia we created granted us blessings, but also blighted the air, lifeblood of this world.
Then Rita was right. There were disturbances in the air in the past.
You think this is showing a disturbance in the air?
It looks more like the air is trying to eat the planet.
It is said that a great mass of air threatened to swallow the very planet whole.
The blight grew ever stronger and brought forth a cataclysm. In our terror, we gave a name to the cataclysm, the Adaphagos.
Adaphagos?
The world united to challenge the Adaphagos and banish the loathsome power which created it.
Hey, could that be the Untitled?
It does look a bit like monsters and humans fighting something off together.
Though the Garaio civilization was lost, the Adaphagos was quelled in the end. The fact that we are all still here today is evidence enough of that.
So yeah, we're bringing up this existential threat of the past that was like the embodiment of air.
So then, is this painting showing the Autophagos being brought under control?
What is that?
It looks like a large ring. What is that?
I can't say. I've wondered that myself.
Hey, what's the last thing it says there?
Judy?
Hearing the world's prayers, life faded from the child of the full moon. The Autophagos disappeared into the void.
What?
The world's prayers. Life faded from the children of the full moon.
Our world was preserved, but the story shall remain here for generations to tell of our sin.
Did they make the cosmic beings aware of them? Well, only a little bit.
240th year of Asul.
What's that supposed to mean?
There is no further explanation of what each of these phrases may mean. Our ancestors created the Blastia, which led to the downfall of their entire civilization. They then chose to abandon the Blastia and sever their ties with the outside world.
I want you to keep this voice in mind, and if Patty does speak up again, try and give it a listen.
Estelle!
Let her go.
This is all the lore of Miorzo.
Thanks. You've given us a lot to think about.
You know what's helpful? There's this magic cucumber that'll turn any dish into a gourmet meal.
I think we'll pass. Could we trouble you for a place to rest a while? I feel we may need to impose on you until our friend has calmed down.
What does that mean?
You are free to use the house next door. No one lives there right now.
Thank you. Okay, let's be going.
So yeah, in the way past, the use of Blastia, like, directly caused or awoken, or in some way the thing known as the Autophagos appeared, and then it was dealt with by Entelekea and other living beings. Don't say humans, because Krityan's right freaking here. Working together to defeat it in some way, and then the children of the full moon were no more, but clearly, you know.
Everything the Elder said is true, isn't it?
His interpretation of the murals might not be perfect, but with all he told us, it was very convincing.
We knew this was a global problem once we talked to Pharaoh. He granted us time because he knew how we would react when we saw this.
He probably wanted to show us humanity ain't cut out to handle the situation.
And to make us give up on Estelle.
So everything's just going according to Pharaoh's plan then? I will not let that happen! Never! I won't give up on her.
Does your, like, lore have any, like, stuff for me to steal? Sweet. I love the look of this, like, this is some Scooby-Doo shit right here. I don't know why this is extremely amusing to me. Like, I imagine seeing all the other characters coming out from behind pillars. You keep talking about this cucumber. Alright. Anyway, let's go stay at this abandoned house that has a save point in it.
The Cataclysm? The Autophagos?
If that legend's true, then maybe the power of the child of the full moon isn't the only thing to blame for bringing out the Autophagos.
But what about the hearing the world's prayers, life faded from the children of the full moon part?
Maybe they averted danger by killing the cause of the Autophagos, the children of the full moon.
But wait! Aren't the Hermes Blastia the real cause? Can't we just stop those?
It might not be just the Hermes Blastia. That legend made it sound like all Blastia disturb the world's air. Right, Rita?
The elders said that Blastia are Blastia. There are no normal ones or special ones. I think that means the only thing that's different is how much air each formula uses.
Even the Blastia we're using?
Blastia are special, but all Blastia utilize air in a formula. They're all the same, and formulas need air to work. The Hermes technique, the children of the full moon, they're probably only part of the danger. With more and more Blastia, the Autophagos will awaken. This is what the Untitled are afraid of.
That's what I was worried about.
I didn't want to admit it. Blastia couldn't be bad. The people who used them for evil were the bad ones. That's what I always believed. But I was wrong.
Rita is really quick to take new information and reform her, like, view of things with it. I like that. This voice doesn't fit her posture. No, it does not.
So does that mean we have to stop every Blastia? Like the people here in Myorzo did?
Aye. We should toss every Blastia in the trash. Gotta row our boats with oars, too.
That's impossible. We need Blastia for our everyday lives. Barrier Blastia, Aqua Blastia, Bodhi Blastia too.
Look, they're actually the plumbing.
Yeah, you're right.
So, it's really not possible?
I couldn't take on a really tough monster if I didn't have this.
Yeah.
I wish we could use Blastia without worrying about consuming air, but I guess that's just a dream.
The Risso formula.
What's that?
All things exist due to the sublimation, reduction, formation, and dispersion of air. Some think that a still undiscovered theory could freely manipulate those essential mechanisms of air. Formulating that theory is the ultimate goal of current magical research by mages around the world.
Sounds like the Philosopher's Stone. Got it.
So that's the Risso formula?
If it's found, manipulating air will become so much easier. Of course, we need a formula to reconstruct air from power that was originally converted from air.
I wonder where we've
Estelle's
seen
power
that before.
is actually directly manipulating air. Estelle is the closest thing to the Risso formula. If we can use a formula to interfere with and neutralize Estelle's power...
I don't really get it, but if you work out that formula thing, then Estelle can live in peace, right?
Would that mean, like, Estelle would have, like, a computer terminal? Like... How... I don't get how formulas work sometimes.
So by that logic, if we could control the excess of air, we could prevent provoking the Autophagos.
Awesome!
Sounds difficult, but awesome.
So we're supposed to go looking for some formula that researchers all over the world can't find? Now you're really dreaming.
I will figure out this formula. For Estelle and for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
Raven just...
Raven, where are you going?
For a walk. All this talk about saving the world, the ultimate goal of magical research. This conversation's a little much for old Raven to keep up with.
That formula sounds nice and all, but the air is getting worse as we're sitting here.
Yeah. For now, we have to find whoever is making the Hermes Blastia.
Right, our actual goal.
Otherwise, it'll be too late, just like Pharaoh said.
Somebody is still making these high-power Blastia that are quite the problem.
But how are we supposed to find whoever that is?
If we follow whoever's looking for Apatheia, they should lead us right to them. Cores are made from Apatheia, after all.
So Flynn and Nan and their friends?
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll have to fight them.
That's kind of up to them.
What was that?
Alright, I don't have a stellar. Okay. Oh, right. Exit's on the left side, not the right. What's up?
This Blastia is working. Why?
Oh, hey, that thing I stole the barrier from.
This one is fitted with a core.
Something's written here. Warp Blastia?
So in other words, someone used this to leave Miorzo?
It looks that way.
Didn't they get rid of all the Blastia here? There shouldn't be any functioning, right?
Yes. At least that's how it should be.
What could a functional Blastia be doing here?
It appears that someone's left the town.
Who left this coal furnace?
Estelle. Where's Estelle?
Yeah, so now we have some missing party members.
Wait, and where'd the old man go?
Huh? You don't think both of them used this?
What do you mean?
The Blastia in our towns should have all lost their cores back in ancient times.
A core was probably brought in from outside the town. It should require adjustment to function properly, but Estelle's an exception to the rules. If she can interact directly with air, she might also be able to reconstruct air to fit the core's formula.
But why would she?
Elder, could you get everyone to help us search to see if our friends are in town?
Very well.
Yeah,
For them too.
that's number one. We should probably, like, confirm they're not here. Not good, though.
I never should have left Estelle alone. Maybe I couldn't have done anything, but I should have stayed with her. She was so depressed.
You're not responsible for this. Beating yourself up over it won't bring her back.
I know.
And what happened to Raven?
He was acting a little strange.
Do you think they're working together?
I really doubt they'd both disappear at the same time.
But why just the two of them?
Don't make me start questioning your loyalties, Raven.
As you thought, the two of them are nowhere to be found.
I checked like 5 feet.
I wonder what could have happened to them.
Anyway, let's get back to the surface and look for them.
But even if we do, the world's a big place. It's reckless to just go searching blindly.
Perhaps the two of them went on a walk?
A walk that involves leaving the town without saying anything to us? Not a chance.
Well, only the living have the privilege of saying they'll fight to the last breath. And words like conviction and resolve don't mean much to a dead man.
Out.
Ah, well. Just when things were getting good.
Just who are you anyway? What does the head of the Knights want with you? I can't believe I only just remembered that. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Hurry! We have to follow them!
I understand how you're feeling, but please try to calm down.
What? Aren't you worried?
Of course I'm worried. That's why we should calm down and think rationally, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. I see. I'm sorry.
Got any ideas?
Ah, yes. The Master of Miorzo might have some idea.
He's an Entelekea after all. Maybe he felt the flow of air from the Blastia.
Can we just ask the giant jellyfish?
Did you hear it? Could you tell us where it was? To the west. A sea of sand. A town? It's not too clear, but a desert town. I think it's Jormungand.
It's alright, we gotta We have a direction.
That's the town in the sands of Kagor, where we met Duke before.
The sands? Why would they go to a place in the middle of nowhere?
Let's head there now.
You're leaving, then?
I am.
You don't need to shoulder such a burden. Haven't you suffered enough?
Thank you, Elder. But I'm not suffering anymore. If you went into the outside world, you might understand too.
Yeah, the one in the weird town. Anyway, I need to go back into here quick. Welcome to Side Quest Zone. We got one thing we needed to take care of in Myorzo before we leave, and then we have to head over to Jormungand. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember this part being strange in my mind. We'll see if it is again. Alright. I think I just...
Just what do they eat to get this big?
The only thing they eat is air. Any air that doesn't become an apatheia gets metabolized and makes them this size.
And they can live on just that?
Air contains all the necessary ingredients for life.
Huh. Well, that's a little trick we humans can't do.
The Entelekea have each evolved into a particular form that best suits their needs.
I'm stunned this is voiced. This is like the first side quest thing that's been voiced all game.
It takes time. Many, many times the length of a human life.
So that's why they keep to themselves, even though they're all part of the same group.
Yes. Human knowledge can't compare to the knowledge the Entelekea accumulate over their lives.
But even though they're smarter than humans, they don't use magic.
The Entelekea have no need to rely on magic to defend themselves, unlike humans.
Okay, but magic can be used for other things besides self-defense.
I guess they had no desire for power, other than to protect themselves.
So they had a totally different set of values.
That different set of values has led to the wars between the humans and the Entelekea.
And the two sides had to come together somehow to defeat the Autophagos in the past. Man, you gotta wonder how crazy that must have been.
I don't know. Boyul's still young. He wasn't alive during those times.
Even so, he's been around more than 100 years already, right?
Yeah, but that would only make him around 20 in human years. I imagine Pharaoh would know about the events of that era.
Weird anime time.
I wonder if he'd be willing to tell us about it.
We won't know until we ask. Shall we meet with him so you can ask in person?
We will soon enough. We haven't solved any of Estelle's issues, so he'd probably just yell at us again.
You're right.
Yeah, so that's, well, Bowel's 20 in dog years. Alright, anyway, we need to head to Jormungand. And yeah, so as I'm on my way to Jormungand, if you're not familiar with the game here, I want you to just sort of picture in your mind what you think is going to happen here. Like, you know, when we get over here and we try to either find Raven and Estelle or find the trail of them, like, just where do you think this is going, you know? I think it's important to have a little bit of expectations going into this. Anyway, let's fly on over. So, oh god, where am I? South. Okay, so I need to go to the west here. So, Jormungand is the one on the... That's the green town on the... Oh.
What's happening?
What's going on? It's just a pile of ruins.
This didn't just happen in a few days. This is like hundreds of years.
Maybe there was a huge fire that... no. Not a chance of that happening, huh?
Quiet. Someone's here.
So yeah, when we first got here the first time, Duke was there and he was like, how the hell did you get in?
Duke.
This could be our clue about the Rizzomato formula.
That's the dragon from the Weasand of Kados.
He's traveling with Duke, huh?
I've got questions for that guy, but we have to find Estelle first.
They got away.
Huh?
There's no time. This isn't what I would have chosen, but so be it.
Alexei, what are you doing here?
Ah, looking for the princess? I'm impressed you found your way here.
Do you know where Estelle is?
What do you think you're doing?
Is this your idea of a joke, Commandant?
I am at a loss as to how to thank you. Your pitiful sense of justice has allowed me to work with little interruption.
Long ago, there was the pirate Eifried, and now we have the likes of Barbos and Rago. They were each of use in their own fashion, but you have performed magnificent work, far surpassing theirs.
You're some of the most talented and foolish performers I've seen.
Well, that was a VA swap.
What?
However, the time for fooling around is over. It is time for you to exit the stage.
So that's it, huh? It was you pulling everybody's strings all this time. Well, I'm not laughing, Alexei.
So, the way this scene played out, we walked into a town, we just sort of kind of thought maybe Raven and Estelle would be, saw Duke taking off, and then Alexei just appeared behind us and just told us, I'm the villain. Just, hey, it's me. I was the villain the whole time.
Commandant!
And yet another fool arrives.
Flynn!
Commandant! How could you? You're the pride of the Imperial Knights. How could you commit treason?
This is not treason. I am merely following the path of one who holds true authority.
And you just intend to betray the trust of His Highness Yoder?
His Highness. Yes. I think he'll be relinquishing his rank soon.
This is madness.
My lord, all is in readiness.
Jaeger!
Well done. I am headed for Bactian as planned. I will leave this situation to you, and Yoder's fate as well.
Yeah, you bet, my lord.
Alexei, wait!
Who said you could leave?
So, like, seriously, this is the scene here. I don't get it.
Stand back.
Like, 90% of the named characters in the game just show up in this desert ruin to just go, oh, I guess it's time for the plot to start moving. I'm the bad guy. And then Flynn shows up. How could you commit treason? Yes.
If you try to stop us, get the hell out of the way!
Your princess friend is at the shrine of Bactian as well, you know.
What did you say?
You'll be too late if you don't hurry!
Go after Alexei and Jaeger.
Sir!
Alexei! You won't get away with this!
Away with what?
Yuri, come on! Yuri?
Yuri Lowell, give yourself up!
Flynn just tiny nod.
The Shrine of Bactian is said to be located on the Hypionian continent.
Hypionia, the continent east of Desier. The Yegathor forest is there.
Are we actually gonna trust what Jaeger said?
If that's where Alexei is headed, then Estelle's gotta be there.
I think I missed what the betrayal consists of. No, you've seen literally everything of, like, Alexei here. Alexei has appeared in, I think, 2 scenes before this in the game, and we flash back to one of them in this stream. The only other scene we had Alexei in, he, pardoned us of crime. He, with Eoder and Estelle's, like, royalness, pardoned us of crimes, and then gave orders to Rita to go check out an air crane. This is it.
We don't have much information, so I guess we'll just have to go check it out.
We can't just sit here and ignore that guy!
What's the matter, Patty?
Actually, come to think of it, didn't he say something about Eifried?
That man is the cause of it all. If we take him out, we can get Estelle back.
Wasn't there like a dubbed-in line about Eifried in there?
But what about Raven?
I'll bet he delivered Estelle to them and then just took off.
No, Raven. He wouldn't do that.
Well, the facts are that she's been kidnapped and he's nowhere to be seen. I mean, that's only logical, right?
It's possible he was captured as well.
Well, whatever. Let's get going.
Yuri.
So we will find out more about what the hell Alexei's doing. Like, that will happen. It's just not right now.
Flynn, a word?
Oh god, this is so much kinder. Okay, a quick aside in the middle of the scene. I mentioned much earlier that I needed Carol at a high enough level. Specifically because there is a point in the game, right here, where you lose Estelle and Raven. Estelle's your main healer. Raven has Love Shot, one of the better ranged healing abilities. In the base game, this takes your healing capabilities down to Nice Aid Smash. That's it.
Very well. Let's talk over there.
But if Flynn joins us here, that'll be a little better. Hey, Tangled String, you missed a climactic scene where the villain showed up and said, "I am the villain," and we went, gasp. Unprovoked. God, I hope Flynn's here. Like, with us in Bacton.
Just what the hell are you doing? What happened to advancing as a knight and fixing the Empire from within? You've been nothing more than a damn puppet on Alexei's string. Don't you dare tell me that the Dawn and Bellius died for nothing more than that. He was there working alongside you this whole time, Flynn. How could you possibly not know?
I'm sorry.
Why, though? Did you go along with it because Yoder trusted Alexei?
His Highness is not to blame. I had total confidence in Alexei. The responsibility is mine.
So your pursuit of the Apatheia at Nordapalika was on Alexei's orders, I presume?
Yeah.
You'd better start talking. Tell me what happened. There's no reason to worry about exposing the Commandant now.
The conversion of Heliord into a military installation. The abuse of the residents at Mantake. All of Cumor's activities. The forbidden development of New Blastia. All of these were carried out under the Commandant's... under Alexei's orders.
Remember all those comically evil villains? It turns out Alexei was telling them to be comically evil.
Well, you've grown up to be a model knight. Unquestioned allegiance to your country. That's nice.
The Commandant, Alexei, was not always this way. You of all people should remember. Those who are just will lead lives of prosperity. That was the ideal Alexei once held dear. That was why I...
But all it's done for you is help you lose sight of your original intentions. Not that I have much right to preach to you, after I let them run off with Estelle like that.
No. That never would have happened if I hadn't been blind to Alexei's true nature. I had grown far too used to simply obeying orders like a good knight, even when I doubted them. It was my lack of thought that brought this about.
Since when is moaning and whining part of a knight's job description?
You impudent!
No. It is as she says. I must shoulder this responsibility. It is up to me to rescue Lady Estellise.
Whoa, what?
Captain, what should be done about His Highness? If anything were to happen to him, the Empire...
I know. That's why this brigade is concentrating all our efforts on ensuring his safety.
But Captain...
Please.
Damn it, Flynn. I didn't yell at you to have you turn around and start telling me what to do. Brave Vesperia is going to rescue Estelle.
Then let me join you. Let me be a member of Brave Vesperia.
Captain?
I'm joining the guild now, later.
A knight joining a guild? Don't make me laugh.
I was unable to prevent the Royal Guard from abducting Her Highness. I am duty-bound to correct this wrong by saving her.
Give it up. You know you have no place in a guild. But if you want to come with us, I won't stop you.
Yuri!
But you know what you have to do, right?
As soon as we've rescued Her Highness, I will return to protect Prince Yoder. I cannot allow the Empire to be thrown into disorder. I'm sorry, Sodia, Witcher. I must ask you to take care of the prince.
I'll be back as soon as I can. Please tell His Highness the same.
Understood. Yuri.
Same here. You had me worried there. It's good to see you're back to your old self.
Alexei. So he's the one who's been advancing Hermes Blastia technology.
Yeah, it's taken a while, but everything points back to him. All right, next stop, the Shrine of Bactian. We're gonna get Estelle and Raven out of there, and show Alexei just who he's messing with.
Agreed.
So yeah, this, in the original game, Flynn didn't join you, so your only healer for the Shrine of Bactian was Carol. It sucked a lot. It's the reason I leveled Carol a bunch in this game, is this literal part. But having Flynn has first aid, so... I'll take Flynn back in the party, and also, we can't do this without... Wait! You had the party hat the whole time? What? You joined the guild, you put on the party hat. Alright, I need to change Carol into normal outfit with dogtail. Alright.
Just who does that idiot commandant think he is?
Barbos, Rigo, even Jaeger. Alexei was behind all of them.
And now he's taken Estelle.
I won't let him do this.
I am gonna rip him to shreds the moment we get Estelle away from him.
He must receive his due punishment. We can't let him get away.
Treating Lady Estellise in that manner. Alexei is no longer the man I trusted.
He's evil. That's all there is to it. And he will not change. It's time for some payback.
So yeah. This is, like... So Alexei as the villain here isn't actually that bad. I do remember, like, liking the areas we have upcoming once we actually get, like, oh, this is us going to here and here and here. But the introduction of, by the way, Alexei was the villain is just the worst. Like, somebody looked at the script and was like, oh shit. Oh shit, we haven't... Wait, how much do we do to introduce Alexei as the villain here? Nothing. Nothing? Alright. Anyway, we have a side quest we need to do. If you don't do this right now, you can't do it. Like, the moment you go to Bactian, I think this one closes. Not gonna do any fashion for Flynn other than the party hat for now. We'll do some fashion with Flynn as time goes on, but I want to give Flynn a little bit of time with the party hat because like he's finally here. A lad of justice. By the way, I want to give a rundown on members of the Knights that we've met so far. Like, what is it at this point? 60% of the organization is corrupt? Like, like, I'm giving a lot more of that to the fact that Alexei is. Like, Flynn doing things on orders. We saw Q Moore just being evil. Like... Needing other people's help is uncool, but dying sucks too. So, like... This whole thing was worth it for that. So yeah, we just get a title for Flynn there. Oh, right. I forgot Flynn had this.
So the Duke's friend helped us when we fell into the sands of Kagor.
You mean the monster we ran into in Kados?
Not a monster, an Entelekea. It must have altered the air at the Wiesent of Kados.
I think I saw it before I passed out in the desert.
Do you think that Entelekea is friendly to humans?
It's the same as Baul and Belius. Entelekea can use language, so we can befriend them.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'll continue swapping around. All right. I need to quick while we're here. There's nothing in. Okay. Was checking if there's any other side quests before we head over to where we need to go, and the answer is no. All right. So we actually saw the Shrine of Bactin before. It was near the forest over here. We couldn't enter it. It is this building over here. Right here.
Look over there!
What is that huge thing?
It's the Heracles.
Did Alexei send for it?
That's the Entelekea Astal. Alexei's still trying to get Apatheia, it seems.
It looked like it got away, though.
Yeah, it looked like it was forced into those ruins.
Those ruins definitely appear to be the temple Bactian.
Oh dear, the Heracles is gonna be a dungeon. You don't just introduce the Heracles and then not have it be something, right? We actually did at least introduce that thing at the beginning of Act 2.
I wonder what Alexei's plotting this time.
It doesn't matter what Alexei's planning to do.
Right, we're just here to rescue Estelle.
But if we get too close like this, we'll end up like Astal.
Let's land a little bit away from it and approach on the ground.
Alexei!
Oh no! A bubble.
Jaeger, that useless worm. Can't he even swat a few pesky flies?
Alexei, what have you done to Lady Estellise?
Give Estelle back!
Estelle, come on, wake up! Estelle!
No matter.
Yuri! Everyone!
As you can see, the princess's life will fade each time she uses her power.
Look at that face.
If you care for her, then do not interfere further.
Alexei!
You bastard.
Yeah, we just have a princess orb.
Captain, are you okay? Captain!
Sodia? What are you doing here?
After we left, we picked up the Heracles' movements. Prince Yoder dispatched us, saying that you could probably use our help.
That little prince never could mind his own damn business.
Well, what about you and all that pathetic bluster and bravado?
Sorry, but unlike you well-bred aristocrats, I'm not perfect.
Sometimes I suck ass. I don't know.
Hey, you guys all right?
Repeat.
Oh, huh? What are they?
They came to save us. Apparently Yoder told them to.
Alexei's inside the temple. Let's hurry up after him.
Captain, please come with us and return to His Highness's side at once.
Sodia?
It is difficult for me to say this, but this place is far too dangerous. The one we most need to protect for the sake of the Empire right now is
I know that. I know that, as a knight, that is what I should be doing. I know that all too well.
Then...
But this is something I need to do myself. For Her Highness, and for Alexei. Please, let me go.
But...
Take us there.
It must be pretty damn inconvenient to be a knight, huh?
How can someone like you... How can the captain possibly consider someone like you his friend? Our captain is the ideal to which we all aspire. He's the epitome of an imperial knight. And yet, for some reason when he's with you, he is not himself. Just like this last time.
Whatever. If you're looking for someone to have a heart-to-heart with, go bug Applehead over here. We don't have time to sit around and play guidance counselor for you.
Applehead? That's it! Sodia! No, don't! Sodia! Listen well, Yuri Lowell. Your very existence is hurting our captain. Stay away from him.
She's pretty intense.
All right, now we've done everything we came here to do. We ask that you please take care of the captain.
Platoon, fall out! We must hurry to rejoin the brigade!
Yuri!
Come on, we have to catch up with Flynn.
Right. If she's forced to use her power, then it'll be too late to save her or fix the air.
That bastard! Using her like some kind of tool!
Yeah, it's very dangerous to be an Entelekea in the area around Alexei right now.
He's gonna pay! Come on!
What's Alexei's goal? We will find that. He does have one.
If we don't go after Alexei, that Entelekea we saw is gonna wind up in Apatheia.
Even from this far away, Astal's wounds look terrible. He might not hold out much longer.
I guess not even the Antelekea are a match for Heracles.
Maybe that was Alexei's reason for building it in the first place.
Naturally. There's no way he'd need something that powerful just to take care of the guilds.
Whatever the case, we have to catch Alexei and stop him before it's too late for Astal.
Total horrible saturation. No, could the plot slow down for 1 minute? No. At this point, we are in, like, pedal down. Just... we are just flying from this point forward. We're either in a dungeon doing, like, pretty, like, massive stuff, or we're in, like, pretty big plot scenes. So...
Prince Yoder was thoughtful to send his knights to help us.
To help us? Don't you mean to help Flynn and Estelle?
Coming here is reckless enough, but sending help is even crazier. Doesn't that little prince understand his own position?
That's the kind of person His Highness is. I'm sure that what's happened has caused him exceptional grief.
Are you referring to Estelle? Or perhaps Alexei?
Both. Let's hurry.
Hey, slow down.
What are you saying? This is no time to be taking it easy.
We don't have any clue where enemies could be lurking, so calm down.
You're right. I apologize. Yuri, you guys are much more level-headed than...
Don't worry about it. We're all in this together here.
RP just sort of...
Hattie, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm extremely okay. Come on, Estelle's waiting for us. Let's hurry.
Alexei made it sound like Ifrid was one of his men.
It is true that the knights employ guilds on rare occasions, but...
We don't know whether Ifrid worked for him, right? In any case, that conversation's on the back burner for now. Let's go.
Alright, so we got Flynn in the party. So yeah, again, Flynn has first aid. We literally would only be... Without Flynn here, oof, this gets really, like, not great. Also, Flynn is going to be pretty behind on skills and things. Got a heater shield, though. Oh my god, learn Magic Guard Plus. Alright. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a dungeon.
It looks like the battle against you is over, Flynn.
So when did you become aware of Alexei's rebellion?
I've held doubts about the Commandant's orders for a while. After Yuri warned me in Nordopolica, I reconsidered previous events in a new light.
And you understood Alexei was pulling the strings in the incidents with Barbos, Rago, and Cumor.
When I heard Lady Estellise was being held, I was certain. I only wish I had realized sooner.
Even so, you unraveled his plot on your own. We still have time. We'll get Estelle back.
Right. Patty, isn't it? Will you aid us in our mission to rescue Lady Estellise?
Do you even need to ask? We'll put an end to Alexei's schemes.
So any skit you see with Patty obviously is new, but any skit you see with Flynn is also new, as Flynn only joins the party in one specific instance I'll call out later. Sure. I'll actually take that. So, like, that sort of, like, back porting to be, like, to make a little bit more sense, right?
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, what do we got here? Some more knights. Ooh.
This'll hurt. You like that? This'll hurt. Take you like that?
Ooh, I'm liking new skills. Got it. So Flynn has all my favorite moves. He's got the Falcon moveset, as well as Swarm. So that rules. Also Hellfire Blade and Beast. He's effectively got the rest of the normal Tails hero moveset with some like light magic. Is Flynn just better than Yuri in battles? Well, not in the whole. Flynn has more, like, going on, but Yuri tends to be better at, like, pulling off long combos. At least in my mind. Flynn might be able to pull off good combos as well, pulling off, like, Sword Rain and Demon Chaos. But generally, I like leaving the, anyone who's healing to the AI.
Let's go.
Can I cook? I can't cook sorbet? Oh dear.
That's the logical...
That's bad.
How much does Alexei know about the Apatheia?
I only heard that a terrible power dwells within them. If the Union gains possession of them, the guilds will be able to resist the Empire in actual war. That's why the knights were sent to gather and watch over them.
To the point of kidnapping Estelle and bringing out Hermes Blastia?
Alexei has wicked plans for the Apatheia.
But what exactly are those plans?
Alexei is still after the Entelikeia Estelle.
Estelle is the Entelikeia from before.
Anyway, let's just rescue Estelle, grab the bad guy, and then make him talk.
Right. We should hurry.
So yeah, that is his current goal.
This is awesome!
Oh, these are actually different knights. I got a magic lens on them.
I have an idea!
Cerberus strike! Shining Dragon's Wall!
Yeah, as far as we know right now, Alexei's plans are, oh hi. So we have knights in this area, but also have, like, silly enemies? Let's check out some silly enemies.
Let's eliminate them!
Alright, are you ready for Bun Wiggle? I don't know if you are. One thing I'm noticing about Flynn is that Flynn just burns through TP.
indestructible evil!
Take this! Shining Dragon's Wolf!
Rabio.
That was awesome!
I've unlocked new strength.
Okay, there's Magic Guard Plus.
You never did give me an explanation. What were you thinking about when you sealed off Nordopolica and the Wiesent of Kottas?
I was following Alexei's orders.
And was using trained monsters his order too?
Likely so, but being unaware of the nature of my subordinates was my error. I'm not fit for command.
At least you understand your mistake.
I swear that I will correct that mistake.
So yeah, we're getting little bits of like, oh, this is okay, I see. Like Flynn in the last 10 hours.
This room looked like this too.
All these rooms look the same. I wonder if they're all like this.
I'm gonna go check out what's ahead.
Repeat.
I've heard that this kind of construction is intended to humble visitors. So this must be the approach to the shrine.
We don't really have time to be dawdling.
It's okay, relax.
As we thought, the rooms all look the same from here on out. Repeat's sense of smell doesn't seem to be working too well either.
I see. We can't afford to get lost in here.
Here, use these. Let's make a map as we go.
You're always so well prepared.
Carol, can you do this?
Yeah, I'm good with maps. Leave it to me.
We'll be in a lot of trouble if you mess up, you know.
Don't say that. Come on, everything will be fine. Probably.
We have a map! So yeah, this is the dungeon we're in. We don't really have a map, but we have all these like similar rooms. We have a lot of different enemies. I'm gonna be trying to avoid encounters for a little while. Because in the back half of... Okay, I'll fight this thing.
We'll destroy them in no time.
In the back half of the dungeon, I actually can't avoid encounters. Drillbeak.
Blade of noble light, priest of innocent waters. Grant them thy undefiled purity.
Oh, that bun wiggle.
That was too easy.
Real happy to have Flynn.
You still look troubled to me. Alexei is rotten to the very core. Trusting him is pure folly.
I understand that. His actions cannot be forgiven. But...
No buts about it. This is no time for doubt. You can see Alexei clearly now, Flynn.
You're right. You're more mature than I'd thought.
Am I? First time I've ever heard that.
I need to be steady myself, too.
Aye. Plant your feet on the deck and bring down Alexei.
Right.
Is everyone on the beat up Flynn corner? Well, this is the thing again. Flynn wasn't in the party here, so like we added a lot of stuff with Flynn to give Flynn more like more character. The design is sort of cute. Worn by a legendary wizard who summoned the stars. Twinkle Star Sprite? Hell yeah. How's everybody doing? Yep. Okay, I don't really have an exit there, that's fine. But yeah, so we're likely going to be getting a lot. Oh, you've missed several plot turns. Yeah, we have a villain now. Word number. Like, it just happened. Oh, whoa. It just happened. Like, You might think, like, oh, I might want to, like, go back and see how this occurred, but, like, it doesn't make any sense. So maybe it is. You should. Maybe you can make more sense of it.
Anyone with a spine to face us?
I forgot the reveal, just the dungeon that happens after it. Yeah, that's because the reveal doesn't make any sense. It's very silly.
If only I had been near Lady Esteli so that I could defend her.
That wasn't in the cards. She chose to travel with us.
I guess you're right.
I'll take the heat for this.
That's not what I meant. I'm in no position to blame you.
And your position is just fine.
Maybe so.
Is it just me? Or is it harder to breathe here than on the sea floor?
No. There's something going on between Yuri and Flynn.
Alright. Yeah, these things do look, again, these things here, the unicorns, do look a lot like Estelle.
Doesn't look so nice.
You know, one of the things that we've seen about them, just get it in a corner and murder it. Hell yeah.
Smile of wavering darkness. Got your weak spot.
Oh, that you do, Declan. Congrats on the slime.
I'll fight you wherever you rise.
I feel this power.
Okay, XP share means I need to swap. Oop. We got here, Panacea. I'm gonna check my cooking. Because I don't have anything for sorbet, but do I have anything better? I got 3 stars on that. Let's try to get 3 stars on something else. We'll put the moderate attack on. Ah, heck.
Gather round.
You can't win.
Shining Dragon's Wall! You like that? This'll hurt. How could this? Take this! Shining Dragon's Wall!
No!
You like that? You can't win. Take this! You okay? Take this! Shining Dragon's Wall!
This is one of those games that you can find yourself in hot water for a few minutes grinding a subsystem like cooking. No. The only system I think you might, like, get annoyed if you don't deal with is the skill system on weapons.
Oh, caprice of innocent waters.
Flynn, if you need to heal, just... Oh my god. Flynn, you have a spell for that.
That was easy.
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay, again, honestly, I'm gonna holy bottle through a bit of this. Again, I want to hit battles in the back half of the dungeon, not the first half. So... holy bottle and... Ah, here we go. Oh, and is that a full heal one? Hell yes.
Are you thinking of what you're going to do when you meet Alexei?
I'll most likely have to fight him.
Sounds like you've made up your mind.
To be honest, I can't believe it even now. No, I think it's really that I don't want to believe it. I looked up to him for so long. I've desperately hoped that this was just some kind of mistake.
Sorry, but I already know the answer to that.
I know. Besides, the way he has treated Lady Estellise can't be explained away as simply a mistake.
No objection there.
Hey, Sir Flynn.
Where is this on the map? It's like south of the capital.
You can just call me Flynn. What is it?
Flynn, you, know what Yuri's done, don't you?
Hey, Flynn, you know about the murders, right?
You mean what he did to Risso and Cumore?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to arrest Yuri. At least, not right now.
Then you mean you're going to arrest him after you bring Estelle back to the capital?
I can't believe Carol's a snitch.
Under Imperial law, the things that Yuri has done are serious crimes. After all, he killed two of the Empire's leading figures out of a personal grudge.
Serious crimes.
A personal grudge? But Yuri was...
Repeat, ain't no cop.
I know. Yuri certainly didn't do those things for his own sake, but that's how the law works. The corruption in the Empire is entirely irrelevant here.
Are you perhaps in doubt? Confused about which way's right?
I don't know. Is what I'm feeling doubt? Or is it...
Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna get left behind, you know.
Sorry.
My, she's scary. Let's go.
And Rita's also definitely not a cop. Alright, so there's some downstairs. Let's go the other way quick. This room just as a wiggler? Alright, that's a wiggler room. It's like 3 knights guarding a wiggler. Alright. Oh. So again, I'm not going to be using this for too long, because I do actually want to, you know, like, just going through dungeons and not getting in fights is a little boring, as it were. It's just, there's a specific spot that I'm looking to get to. $1,000. This is a really weird dungeon, by the way. Just thought you should know. Ooh, wind cape. It's got a lot of features we're not using right now. There's some spots on the wall that have like in the like, you know, on the side, like they'll look like bomb spots.
What is this a statue of?
With that kind of shape, I can't tell whether it's supposed to be a human or a monster.
This is a temple after all. This is probably a statue of whatever deity the temple was dedicated to.
You know, it might just be a statue of the Untitled Chapter we saw outside.
Huh? It couldn't be. I mean, a monster, that is. It's a... But they don't even look alike.
No, I think it's possible. The Entelekea have powers beyond those of humans and can speak in our language. It's not strange to think that humans would have worshipped them in ancient times.
The relationship between the Entelekea and humans might be closer than we thought. Maybe they drifted apart during the long, long passage of time, eventually leading to the situation we find ourselves in now.
If that's the case, I wonder just how much we've forgotten.
I'm sure there are things in this world that should never be forgotten.
Patty?
I think that I prefer the distance we have now to the cozy relationship we had back then.
Sure, Carol. Oh, what the hell? Again, this is a very strange dungeon. Okay, heading through here. I think we need one more floor before I hit where I want to be. Oh no, might be right.
The Royal Guard.
Oh, they've got a wall.
That has to mean we're on the right track.
Good call, Carol. Estelle's got to be back there somewhere.
That means I gotta go the other direction.
You're a captain, aren't you? Can't you tell them to get out of the way?
The Royal Guard doesn't obey anyone but the Commandant.
Hey, here we go. That's the reason everybody's fighting Flynn here.
We don't have much time. Let's make this quick.
Gather round!
So we have the beatdown going here. Brush off.
That's over.
Yeah. Cream stew.
I don't know what this is, but it looks complicated.
This is a barrier that's been locked up somehow with an encrypted formula.
Can you open it?
It uses an ancient technology that's barely been studied at all. Even I've only seen something like this in books. I couldn't even guess how long a thorough analysis might take.
I'm guessing we can't just force our way through.
Locks usually aren't placed on anything that's easily broken into.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, how do you think Alexei got through here?
He probably forced the lock using Estelle's... the power of the Child of the Full Moon.
Which means he made her use her power again.
Lady Estelise's power.
Someone's here.
Now, how could we get through that barrier?
Duke, why are you here?
You. How is the young lady, the Child of the Full Moon?
Alexei's got her somewhere up ahead!
I see. So he has made his move.
Are you here because of him too?
The air crene in this region has become severely imbalanced. I have come to restrain it.
By restrain, you mean you actually have a way to do that?
To quiet the air crene, the cause of the imbalance must be removed.
Just come out and say it. You mean kill Estelle.
What?
That's enough. What is it with blaming all the world's problems on a single girl?
An unstable Child of the Full Moon cannot be ignored.
You're as hard-headed as Pharaoh. I thought as a human you'd see things differently.
Our common bond as humans is nothing. A single life cannot be privileged over the fate of the world.
Yeah, never mind that without a bunch of those single lives, there'd be no world. Listen, she may be a bumbling, sheltered excuse for a princess, but she's one of ours. She's none of your concern, so back off!
Do you say that knowing just how great a threat her existence poses?
What we know has got nothing to do with it. Our motto is always do what's right. And if that means having to get up close and personal with you, then so be it.
Very well. The time has come to show me the resolve that so impressed Pharaoh. This is Dane Nomos. It is the only manner in which the air may be quieted.
So yeah, we've heard the name Dane Nomos before. It was specifically a long time back as a royal heirloom needed to ascend to the throne that went missing 10 years ago.
Raise it and calm your mind. The sword will take care of the rest.
Dane Nomos.
Duke, wait! Dane Nomos. That's the name of the sword of the Imperial line that's been missing all this time.
Yeah, as Yuri will bring up.
What are you doing with it? Why does something like that have the power to control the air?
Thank you, Yuri, for remembering that as well.
Who are you?
The answers to those questions are not what you should be seeking now. Go, before you are too late. Soon, you will learn for yourselves the true weight of the burden borne by the Entelekea.
He's a cool guy, but way too moody.
If my memory serves me right, we also ran into him in Gasparost. Who is he?
I don't know. I can't even tell if he's a friend or a foe.
Come on!
That formula! It's just like Estelle's, so that sword really is...
It opened.
Changes color according to its owner. The way it cuts may change as well. So this is, this is what I've been waiting for. I need to equip Dane Nomos right now, because Dane Nomos has special. This is what I'm after. Changes Crushing Eagle to Guardian Field? Yo, that's cool. Guardian Field's dumb. Anyway, so special. We have Yuri's Mystic. Can Flynn equip Dane Nomos? Let me check. I don't think so, but... No. Carol's special. Carol is the only other character I have in my party with skills. Carol. I did a side quest that got Carol his mystic.
Dane Nomos, the child of the full moon, the resolve that impressed Pharaoh? Just who the hell is this Duke guy?
Well, judging from what he says, it seems he's in contact with Pharaoh.
And he has the sword Prince Yoder's been looking for. I don't like this.
Yeah, but why would he just lend us something as important as Dane Nomos? I thought he was stubborn, but maybe he's actually willing to listen to reason.
I wouldn't get my hopes up about that.
We just have to do what we can for now.
Yeah, let's hurry.
So yeah, there's this, like, we have a you know, kidnapping Estelle, whatever the hell Alexei's been doing with Blastia, etc., etc. But Duke's just kind of going around, like, solving air crane problems and, like, dealing with issues of the world with this sword. I feel like this is where your intended lore and special exists. Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, we have a mystic to show off. Let's fight Bunny.
I'm gonna do it!
Not gonna show it off here, but... When I say not gonna show it off here, I mean I want to wait until... Actually, hold on, I need to... I want this to be... Crushing Eagle. So, Guardian Field is a move that is Crushing Eagle with healing attached. Nice.
Don't get in our way.
So it gives Yuri a healing option as well. Ooh. Which is why when I saw that, I thought, like, oh, that's actually a pretty important skill. Yeah, it's area healing. It's pretty, again, this is a pretty cool magic. As far as I have a magic sword goes, this one's real great.
We'll destroy them in
Handing out all the healing arts because Estelle's gone. I mean, partially. Again, Flynn wasn't here initially in the base game, so...
You can't win.
But you definitely do need other healing. That's why Carol's in the party, that's why Flynn's in the party. And Rita's in the party because I always have Rita in the party, to be honest.
This wasn't very well.
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
You're kidding.
Alright, I need to swap costumes, though. Okay. And I do need to do enough fights to learn special so that I can keep going through weapons. I don't want to be stuck on Dane Nomos forever. Here we are. That one just freaks me out, not gonna lie. Was that Zealous? No. That is Luke. Well, actually, I guess... Okay, what do we got around here? Yep, I'll take it.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
So I like surprise encounters because of the, like... Sure, I'll take a one kill. Because they give you a full, like, you know, full healed party, which always feels good.
Remember to keep a sharp eye out.
Okay, that... Alright, that looks like forward. Let's check the other way. Oh, here we go. Big fight.
Get ready. I'm taking you down. Not done
Oh! That's the other thing about, Super Chain, about Dane Nomos here. Let me show this off a little bit. So I can do linking that I normally wouldn't be able to. Normally I can't do a follow-up to my Shining Dragon Thrust, but now I can do a follow-up off of that from an arcane art into a base art. And you can follow these chains kind of like differently through on your different skills to an arcane art, to an altered art, to a base art, to an arcane art, and like just start doing extremely lengthy combos.
The sign of victory!
Yeah.
All right!
Hey, that kind of hurt.
See, Dane Nomos turns on a lot, as it turns out. Weird. Weird how, like, the Imperial Sword of, like, not even of legend, but, like, literally the, like, sword of Imperial, like, rule is also extremely powerful. It also seems to have similar effects to what Estelle has, where it has, like, the ability to mess with air in an area. We've seen it do a lot of things nothing else in the game can do. You know.
Let's eliminate them.
Take this! Shining Dragon Sword! Take this! Shining Dragon Sword! Stubborn Strike!
Dragon Armor!
Stubborn Strike! Shining Dragon Sword!
I look at
Just
Flynn.
getting started.
Finish that one.
I feel this power!
Okay, I think we can swap out now. Right, but at the same time, word number, like, the source of Imperial power, the symbol of the Empire being a massively powerful artifact, means that it isn't, in this game, isn't associated with the Empire. Like, it's associated with Duke, who, like, oh, Winfrey.
I can't believe this is Dane Nomos. The proof of Imperial secession.
Yuri, you can become the Emperor!
This is just for decoration. I wouldn't want to be the Emperor even if I could.
You're so young, yet you have no ambition.
Says the little girl playing dress-up.
The lost proof of Imperial succession. When you get down to it, the loss of that sword was the source of all the fighting over the succession to the throne. Was Duke really the one who stole it?
Hey, give me a break. Don't go saying the Imperial Knights are gonna claim this sword.
I know. This isn't the time for that.
Duke went around using that sword to control Air Crane.
Oh, so Duke's doing the same thing as the Antilocheia.
Maybe so.
That sword, it produced the same phenomenon as Estelle did. Maybe the Rhizomata formula was already worked out once before. But then, why was that information lost? Maybe it's related to the Cataclysm, like the way that the Blastia was lost. Why did that become an Imperial treasure?
There are tons of things we don't know about this sword. But let's wait to figure them out until we've settled things here.
Yeah, we should probably get Estelle back first.
Right now, rescuing Estelle is our top priority.
Right, let's hurry.
A cloak as beautiful as a make-believe creature. You're telling me mermaids are make-believe in a world with Entelikeia and, like, monsters all over the place? Why is it called Rhizomata? Not sure. Oop.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
My way! Shining Dragon's Take this! Shining
That's over.
Ah, dispersion, Great Deluge. Skeleton that walks through mirrors? Real. Mermaids? Okay, that'll be next fight. We're getting there with this. We've got time, though, so that's not a problem. Let's try up. Sweet. Give me that. Sure, I'll take a fight at advantage.
What a powerful foe.
Do we even have a chance?
You can't win! Shining Dragon's War! Out of my way! This'll hurt! Not done yet! Energy film! This'll hurt! First
I'll hit this very well.
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, I want to check one thing here quick. Okay. Alright, looks like we're good here. there's the thing here. Ooh. One moment. I'm gonna be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. Like I said, just a second. Let's go ahead and check out the new weapon. Guarding skill, guarding cast, guard arts. Reduce the chance of staggering while casting a spell. Reduce the chance of guard break when continuing to guard. Sure, let's give... Let's use that quick. Launch gel, you pick that up. Ooh, I'll take a stun fight.
I'll take him out. All right, let's go.
Take this. Shiny Dragon Claw. Take this. Supposed to happen. Out of my way.
I love the way the knight spins around. No way. 3 knight swords. God, I need to sell all those. Can you hold the button or something to make your AR partners not use resources? There's a whole table in here. You can tell them how far to use their TP. Like, we can tell Flynn to go to half instead of 75. We can also tell Flynn, like, go to up to you, where to position, when to item. We'll just watch HP on that. When to use overlimits. When danger is sensed, you use the L3. When to use fatal strikes. Anytime versus a boss and multiple enemies, like... So we have a little bit of control in that manner.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Shiny Dragon Claw.
One of the important options I have turned on is like, so you one of the things you can have in here is like item usage, and you can have it either be confirm or decline. And if you have it on confirm, like the enemy, your allies will ask you to use an item.
By my honor as a knight.
If you have it on decline, allies will ask you to stop them from using one. Alright, anything in this room? Okay, so the thing I was checking when I paused a little bit ago was the fact that there is actually one more, there is a timed, what was that? Sweet, that's got super chain. All the super chains are really useful for comboing. Okay. Okay, so this room has, like, holes. And you get dropped down to floor 2. Now, I mentioned a thing with like like another side quest sort of thing in here. We have some holes we need to FF5 this for a little while. Just for a bit, don't worry.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
Take this! Shining Dragon Sword! Take this! Shining Dragon Sword!
Oh, I'm running out of TP. I need to back off.
The sign of victory! All right!
Yeah!
That kind of hurt.
Holes mean treasure indeed. So around the bend. Around the bend. Fall in a hole again. Yeah, okay. Dodge that knight. Good. I want battles, but I don't want infinity battles, and I don't want them while I'm doing this at the Mo. Okay, one more pass, and I should be good. Alright. So yeah, this is like a little light thing. You only get this by falling down these holes, or else you don't get this scene. And you gotta do it like right now. It's pretty silly. Is Rita gonna get mad and vent float if you fall in the hole 3 times? Close. You were very close, TK Cat. Oh, is that a stun?
This enemy
Yes.
doesn't look so nice.
Do we even have a chance?
You can't win. All right, who's next? All right, who's next? Shining Dragon Sword! How could this... We're done.
Alright, how are we doing on skill? About halfway? That's good.
What a powerful foe.
Don't just stand there whining.
Cerberus strike! Out of my way! Shining Dragon Sword! That's over.
Okay. So this actually should be near the end of the dungeon, and we'll have our confrontation. Hopefully be able to save Astel. Not Estelle. But also Estelle. you know, try to save both, I suppose. And also maybe find Raven. So yeah, here's the light. It's light in here now. I don't have to fall in holes. Sure.
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
All right, I have healing. I should remember that.
Not done yet.
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
You're kidding.
All right. Looks like we're all set. Alright, time for our confrontation with, Alexei, the villain of this story. Another healing save point. That's a third one. $6,000 gold. Heal for 10% of max HP for every enemy defeated. Okay, that's pretty nice. All right.
Astal, how does it feel to face your last moments in the very temple built to worship you?
I'm evil.
Wretched human.
Enough! Alexei, please stop this!
If you are so eager to free him from his suffering, why not use your healing arts to comfort him? You are utterly powerless. Alone, you are nothing more than a poisonous blight to this world. I'm sure you understand that now.
Estelle, are you alright?
Lady Estellise!
Estelle! We've come to save you.
You again. What stubborn, misguided fools you all are.
Yuri, Flynn, all of you.
Well, I'll say this, Alexei is trying very hard. His VA is very, very... Look, I have a plan. It's great.
Estelle, we've come to rescue you.
You are incapable of saving this princess. I am her only hope for salvation.
Spare me.
The most glorious moment for any tool is when it is finally used. Even the poison of this world can be a blessing if used correctly. And only I can do that. Now, princess, come with me. Without me, I am afraid your power...
Alexei!
Alexei, stop! Ah! Judith!
Weren't you Entelakea supposed to be masters of this world?
Stop it! Let Estelle go!
Oh, how disappointing. He's dead.
But how can that be?
Smaller than I would have hoped. No matter. It can be used in any number of ways.
Alexei.
Ah, you've come this far. Now, be baptized in the air your dear princess charged with her own hands. What? What are you doing with that sword? What happened to Duke?
Wait, fuck.
He gave this to us before he took off. And he didn't seem all that worried about you.
What irony. That which I have searched for all these years. That it would arrive at my feet only when I no longer have a need for it. With the child of the full moon, the Apatheia, and my knowledge, De Nomos means nothing to me.
Talk to yourself a lot, huh? Not a good sign. Now shut up and let Estelle go.
Huh. Are you certain that is what the princess wants?
Estelle!
Your Highness?
Estelle! What's going on? Estelle! I don't know.
What are you talking about?
As long as I'm with you all, I'll only cause you harm. But I want to be with you. I just don't know what I should do.
Estelle, pull yourself together.
Forget about that, Estelle. Get over here. If there's something you're unsure about, we'll work it out together.
Yuri. I can't take this!
Now, Mr. Yuri Lowell. Such brash behavior does not befit a young lady's escort. Not very gentlemanly of you at all.
Sorry for my lack of manners. There aren't many gentlemen where I'm from.
That sword is nothing more than an annoyance now. I will rid myself of you here.
Yuri, everyone.
Oh, goodbye.
Get out of the way!
Oh no, 10 knights.
Who's he?
Captain Schwan.
I thought you always let your knights handle things for you. What's with the change? What is it, Repeat?
I suppose there's no fooling the nose of a dog.
Yep.
That voice. Wait, Raven?
Huh? The old man? What's going on?
So yeah, I know a number of you have been asking what the hell Raven's like character arc is.
This doesn't look like a joke.
One of the Union's most important members is a captain in the Knights?
The first time we met, I didn't think it was possible, but...
So we've seen Captain Schwan a couple times. He runs like LeBlanc's crew. That's they're the Schwan Brigade. We've seen him like in, you know, shadow sort of thing. And then there was the one time in the cave where he like did like a salute and got those two to like let us pass.
Huh. So that's what was going on.
Wait! But what about the Dawn, Raven?
So it wasn't just the Commandant, but you too. Why?
And also when I was saying that like 60% of the Knights are a corrupt organization, this too.
Conversing with you is not one of my duties.
Raven!
We're in a bit of a hurry, so let us through. Wait, you're not really thinking of trying to stop us, are you? What the hell?
Schwan Olterain, first captain of the Imperial Knights, ready to do battle.
Sorry. I'm not gonna...
So Schwan! Yeah, we gotta fight Raven.
Go easy just because you're old.
I would be honored to fight with everything I have.
Captain, I never thought I'd have to fight you.
I'm pleased this opportunity has come.
Raven, why? Why?
I will tell you again. I am not Raven.
I hate you!
Many people hate me.
You should be like that all the time.
Sorry, this is the last time you'll see it.
Damn it. I really liked you, Raven. I couldn't tell tell you before, but if my dad were...
How unfortunate. Raven isn't here.
I can't let this go. I won't let you do this.
I would expect no less from an opponent.
You are an enemy to me, and you will fall.
Very well. Let's test our limits then.
So yeah, he's also got all of our, he's also got all of his moves. Oh god, I need to set... If I'm gonna have any chance of success, you need to be not on up to you, you need to be on healing. There we go. Hit me. Hit me.
Burn this life to punish my enemies. Blast! No good. Excellent.
So yeah, he's got a mystic too.
I'll blow you away. Be gone.
But yeah, the secret mission in this fight is to hit him a couple times after he uses his blast art mystic. Anyway, speaking of mystics, yo, okay. You piece of junk. You just like annihilate my ass when I go into... You piece of junk. Alright, alright. I am gonna blast you with my mystic though. That's gonna happen. Alright. We need 3 limit bottles. What are you at? I can't see your health. Okay.
Be lost in a silver embrace. I'll blow you away. Take this. You're dead. Divine Wolf.
Let's finish this. Brilliant blade of cold steel. Rend the infinite darkness. Crush my enemies for nothing. Savage Wolf Fury!
Oh, I fucking love that mystic so much. So, Yuri has Savage Wolf Fury as his mystic, and I fucking love it. It's really good. For those who have played through Vesperia, you might recognize that mystic. But yeah, so from here we can get the fight going. Ooh, okay, I need to back up so I don't get hit by Blast Heart. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by... Oh, I'm still mine? That's too many people in one spot. Oh god, you're way too fast. Okay, he's out of it. He is extremely fast in that. Yeah, it's Artorias the Mystic. And it's a dang cool one there too. So yeah, one of the strongest things about Raven here is that Raven can just go, sort of break out of the like corner hits that we have going on. Violent Weasel. Oh god. I don't want an overlimit right now. Okay, I need to be keeping people up because Blast Heart can just, like, come out of nowhere and knock a person or two out. Or even there, she. But yeah, this is our payoff to Raven, though, as a character. Oh, I'm about to get absolute murdered.
Finally, after all this time. I'll take out anyone who tries to stop us.
But it's Raven.
Doesn't matter.
Captain Schwan.
So yeah, again, as I mentioned, we're at the point where every fight is going to have a mystic, so I am going to go out of my way to make sure that they get the chance to use it, because I think they're all really cool to see. I really like that fight, because those moves are all things that are Raven's arsenal, you know? My understanding is that many Tales games have a traitor character. Yes, that's a pretty true thing for the most part. Like, especially in this era, you've got a number of characters that, you know, it ends that as some sort of like, not always like the worst, but you know. Anyway, we had a Force Ring and an Imperial Prestige from that night.
I'm not done yet.
That's the logical outcome.
I just keep getting stronger.
There's potential within me.
Hey!
What is that?
I would have thought such a blow would be the end of me, of this cursed body.
You saw his mystic, right? Called Blast Heart.
What the? Is that a Blastia on his chest?
It's his heart. Or rather, a Blastia that has taken its place.
The original was lost 10 years ago.
10 years? You mean in the Great War?
I lost my life during that war, but Alexei saw fit to give it back to me with this.
It's hard to believe he'd go that far.
So that must be a Hermes Blastia as well. Why did Baul not notice it then?
I would imagine that is because it isn't powered by air, but by my own life force.
A Blastia powered only by human vitality? No way!
What was that?
Oh no! We're trapped in here!
That would be Alexei. He intends to bury you alive.
But that's crazy. You're still in here.
He couldn't pass up a chance to dispose of that sword, now that it's of no use to him.
So he was using Estelle to lure Duke here.
Yeah, so like we're the secondary here. The entire actual conflict that's going on is Alexei trying to like bait Duke. That's why he was chasing Duke out in the sands. Again, like there's a number of things that like we retroactively get to make sense on, but make no sense in the moment.
This guy's even more twisted than I thought.
Hey, old man! This is no time to be standing around!
The end has finally arrived for me.
You never intended to leave this place alive.
Captain Schwan.
Who said you just get to lay down and die right here? Even if all your travels with us were just some joke to you. Are you trying to tell me your anger at the Dawn's death was just an act too? I thought the guilds never quit until the job was done. Wasn't that his dying wish? You go on living until the end.
You really can be a downer sometimes, you know that?
Look out!
Damn, we're not gonna make it!
Your Blastia like that in the condition you're in, you'll...
I can't keep this up forever. Get out of here.
Oh, man!
Captain Schwan!
Alexei's headed for the capital. There, he'll implement the final stages of his plan. The rest, I'll leave in your hands.
Raven! Raven!
Carol, come on.
But...
Move!
Must be getting soft in my old age.
Rip Raven, rip Captain Schwan.
Raven! That idiot! So he really was one of us after all. Damn it! You idiot!
I don't know how much I care about Raven, but, like, I don't know. As I mentioned, it is, the idea is that it's like, this recontextualizes him, but it doesn't, again, a lot of it comes out of nowhere. The halo was foreshadowing the whole time.
Look alive, we got a princess that needs rescuing. Now,
come now. Let's go.
Stuck with another job nobody much wants?
It's nothing. We are actually in a hurry.
This whole place is collapsing. We should probably move.
The Heracles is gone!
Just like Raven said, they must have left for Zophius already.
Yuri Lowell, what are you doing here?
Oh no, now we get to deliver the news.
Captain Flynn too?
LeBlanc, even Tweedle A and Tweedle B are here.
And what is a Tweedle? Out with it! Fools! This is not the time for nonsense! What wonderful timing, Captain Flynn! You didn't happen to see Captain Schwan, did you?
There's a bit of foreshadowing the fact that Raven isn't really affected by the heat in the desert. Yeah, like, there is a little more put into it. Again, also, the scene with these two in the cave where he it also foreshadows him as Captain Schwan. A lot of his, like, disappearances as well. You know.
We haven't been able to get a hold of him since he went by himself to coordinate with His Excellency the Commandant. I honestly cannot understand what His Excellency is thinking lately. The Royal Guard won't tell us anything. We looked all over for him and we finally arrived here, but...
Alexei is on his way to the capital, in Heracles.
We've just missed him then. And what about Captain Schwan?
Schwan saved us!
Oh, did he now? So then he's aboard the Heracles as well?
He's in the shrine. The deepest part.
What?
Wait, you... No, this is not happening. It can't be. What is the meaning of this? Captain Flynn, answer me! Captain Flynn!
I love Captain Flynn's dress here.
We almost died thanks to Alexei. The only reason we're standing here now is because of your captain!
That man was a true knight.
Alexei apparently has some sort of secret plan for the Empire, and it can't be good. We're going to make sure he doesn't get the chance to carry it out. If you are any kind of knights at all, you won't stand in our way.
But how? How could it have come to this?
If we don't hurry, the Heracles is going to get away!
Let's hurry. I'll call Baul.
So yeah, we have a place to go from here, but we're gonna kind of save that for the next one. I think we should be able to finish up this part here. We should be able to like resolve all of this here in the next stream. So look forward to it. As you might expect, the Heracles is our destination. Somebody did mention that there's a possible dungeon and yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and listen to a skit and then call it a stream.
I'll save Estelle next time. I swear it. I couldn't stand seeing her hurt more than she already has been.
Rita.
It's Estelle who's suffering. So then why do I hurt so much too?
We'll get her next time.
Yeah, we'll save her. I've had enough of seeing her used as Alexei's puppet.
Yeah. Oh, I need to land before I can save. Let's land here. Anyway, yeah, we've been going for a couple hours. That's my usual time. So yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, or in the middle of this here, this is just where the plot starts moving. And, like, the moment Alexei showed up for no reason to tell us, I am the villain, haha, like, that's when all of a sudden everything just kind of starts. It's really abrupt. Like, you know, you don't really, I don't know. It's really abrupt. Anyway, I'm very thankful to have Flynn in the party right now, and I'm very thankful I got to show off Yuri's Mystic, which I love. Savage Wolf Fury, it's a good one. We have a lot of good Mystics in here. So, we'll be getting those soon. Once, with Yuri getting the first one here, the rest start following. Anyway, thank you all for joining. If you want to catch more of these, you can always follow. I think the next time we'll be streaming this will be over the weekend. Again, if you want to catch up, there's the VODs, and I'm also kind of speeding along uploading these to YouTube. I know I'm a little behind on those, but that's sort of the way they end up being. But yeah, you can always follow and see when I go live. If you want to support the stream, you can always subscribe. You get the cool skull, you get the slime. But just being here, having a good time, enjoying the stream. I'm glad to be able to show this off to y'all, because I do really enjoy this game, flaws and all. Like, I get to make fun of a lot of the dumb plot things that happen, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy what I'm doing here. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.